Step 1. Understand the basics of credit. Financial problems are something we know we will have to manage eventually. The global economic difficulties we are currently facing, however, means that for most of us, eventually is now. Financial struggles and their resulting impact on a person's credit quite frequently are topics of conversation. This is true for you as well, whether you are personally involved in discussing such details yourself, or you are overhearing others trying to brainstorm what to do next to recover from money problems. As our economy begins to recover and grow again, so will the financial health of individuals. This means you can begin to shift the focus of finances to recovery instead of mere survival. However, as you make this shift and have the luxury of having enough income to be able to spare energy and thought to fixing the damage that has been done to your credit history, this leaves the field wide open for scammers and unsavory individuals to attempt to take advantage of the situation. Once your finances have revived to the point of being able to be concerned with more than just having a roof over your head and food in your cabinet, thoughts invariably turn to asking, "What do I do next?" Financially, you have bit the dust. Now you may find yourself trying to figure out how to dust off your credit. This will eventually cause you to look for ways to repair it so that it can become a tool for improving your life and reaching your goals instead of holding you back from accomplishing what you want to do with the rest of your life. The question now becomes, how do I repair my credit? How can you repair your credit? How do you fix the damage that has been done by financial difficulties and move forward? Is fixing your credit something you consider impossible to do on your own? The reality is that you can learn how to repair your credit and safeguard your finances on your own without needing to pay someone else to do it for you. It is far better for both your present and your future if you learn how to take care of, maintain, and monitor your financial health status for yourself, as no one will consider your finances to be more important than you will. So, take that strong motivation inside of you that causes you to want to control your destiny as much as possible, and consider the suggestions that follow as stepping stones to guide your steps to credit repair and eventual financial freedom. Credit can be defined as an item of value that is given to another for care, protection, or performance. The concept behind credit is receive now and pay later. When an applicant is approved for a credit card, the issuing company is entrusting the card with its available purchasing power to a consumer. As opposed to issuing the card for care and protection, the merchant's primary motive for extending credit is performance and, of course, to make a profit. In this context, performing would consist of a consumer using the credit card to make purchases. This is what the card issuer wants consumers to do. The idea of receiving now and paying later allows most people to enjoy luxuries of a higher standard of living. How many of us would be able to visit the local Lexus dealer and pay for a new car with spot cash? Not many, I gather. Credit allows us to extend our repayment obligation over a period, sometimes defined and other times not, thereby alleviating the burden and responsibility of an immediate debt. Credit allows us the comfort and convenience of shopping online, via telephone, through catalogs, and so on. In fact, in some areas, individuals cannot even receive movie rental memberships without guaranteeing them with a credit card. Rental cars and moving trucks must also be reserved with credit or debit cards. In this light, credit cards offer consumers a variety of products and services that would otherwise be inaccessible or at least difficult to enjoy. Banks and various loan institutions also benefit from the use of credit. While they may not require full payment of debt up front, they earn money from finance charges, over-the-limit fees, late fees, which have gradually increased over time, and other expenses that they impose. Upon accepting a loan, a consumer agrees to repay a bank for not only the original amount of the loan, but also any finance charges that may have been assessed based on his or her credit history and other factors. Financing of most loans is fixed, meaning that it cannot change unless the debt is refinanced. Credit cards, however, work a bit differently. The annual percentage rates may vary based on various factors, such as the end of a promotion, occurrence of a late payment made by a cardholder, adverse or positive review of a cardholder's credit history by issuing company, and so forth. Some of these factors could result in a consumer receiving a more competitive annual percentage rate than he or she previously had. For example, sometimes we receive letters from our existing banks or credit card providers informing us that they have increased our credit limits due to good payment history. Be wary. A higher credit limit sounds tantalizing, but its primary purpose is to heighten your debt. Higher credit limits equal higher risks for most consumers. What they do not mention is that they have also reviewed our credit records. This is legal. When we enter into contracts with issuers of credit, meaning we accept the card, we are giving them the authorization to review our credit histories as often as they would like during the life of the account. However, do not be alarmed. These types of credit reviews, frequently referred to as soft inquiries, are not detrimental to your overall credit rating. On the other hand, if a bank assesses an adverse review of your credit, you may receive a letter advising that your annual percentage rate has increased, your credit limit has been decreased, or even worse, your account has been closed. Consumers must always read the fine print on all credit applications for loans and cards. Most consumers regard credit as an intricate and confusing concept. This approach is taken because people fear the unknown. Enlightened, educated, and well-informed consumers understand how credit works and the importance of it. By understanding credit and viewing it in a mutualistic manner, it is not such a bad concept after all. Credit offers both merchants and consumers a variety of benefits.